Operators of computer servers around the world are assessing the damage following a massive assault by hackers. The ransomware attack began in Italy. There, internet and mobile phone operators report that their servers have failed over a large area. Now, the organization Netblocks has calculated that the activity on some online servers was only 26% of the normal level. The incident comes the same day as known as Safer Internet Day, which aims to draw global attention to the dangers of inadequate internet security. Now, for more, let's bring in Wael Eskander, a project developer at Technical Tech, a nonprofit based here in Berlin. Welcome back to the program, Wael. How significant is it that Italy says it wasn't a state entity that launched these attacks?
I think this is very significant in trying to understand where the expertise comes from these kind of attacks. Although at the same time, we've seen a lot of private companies build the capacity to create these kind of attacks and work closely with governments through things like cyber surveillance, which a lot of software is being produced right now, which creates this kind of expertise for companies and individuals. And then it's used back against some of the states. And it's really interesting, especially in Italy, because some of the companies there are well known to provide governments with surveillance software. And so therefore, you could imagine this kind of expertise being cultivated within the corporate sector, not just inside governments.
So this attack apparently has been exploiting a 2-year-old bug on computer servers. Tell us more about that.
Well, their issue here is that a lot of the time software has some of the bugs that are there that are not really known to everyone. They don't really understand where this kind of glitch is, and because people don't update their software usually with the patches, the security patches, for a lot of different reasons, operational and otherwise, like just time-based capacity. These kind of vulnerabilities exist in a lot of older software, which we don't know about it. That doesn't mean that newer software doesn't have these vulnerabilities, but it's very easy for attackers to kind of attack with old vulnerabilities for those who have not updated their software or their, patched up the security flaws.
So well, basically, the issue here is what experts like you and others have been preaching over the years: update your software. That's what hasn't happened in this case.
Yeah, with old software where it's not discovered, then you have to update your software. But at the same time, the problem is a lot bigger, where because of competition, a lot of products have to roll out really quickly without enough security testing. And I think that's a trend that needs a little bit more of action on the side of companies and corporations that provide services and software, where they can test properly before they roll out, rather than trying to release early to get ahead in competition. So it's kind of double-folded there. But at least from a perspective of people using software, they need to update with security patches as soon as possible.
What we saw yesterday with this ransomware attack, was that a taste of more to come?
I think that a lot of the times ahead will show us that there is more kind of these attacks. Data is very, very valuable, and a lot of people will, that's where the real value is. I think with the expertise and with it paying off a lot of the time, we can expect some more attacks, unless there is structural measures taken to kind of make sure that security is a top priority.